Hey everyone, this is Robin at the Good Place Bench, part of the International Conference on Urban Health. We're in Marrakech. Who would have thought? And I'm joined by.
I'm Dr. Elizabeth Greig from the University of Miami in Miami, Florida.
She's just said she brought the rain to Marrakech. I think I brought it from the Netherlands. And tell us a bit more. What brought you to this conference?
At University of Miami, I work in disaster response, medical disaster response in the Caribbean and Latin America, and in South Florida in Miami, which is obviously a large urban population at extreme climate risk currently. So we are working on solutions in collaboration with the rest of our university to think about how to make Miami a healthier, safer, more resilient place for all of its citizens.
And what are those issues that Florida is facing?
Well, we're at multiple risks for climate-related weather hazards. So hurricanes are big in town, and heat-related risk is another big topic. And sea level rise is we are sort of ground zero for those three climate-related risks.
Good. So we got something in common with the Netherlands.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Although you guys might be doing a more admirable job at it, so.
Okay. Okay. Nothing that I can claim.
Yeah.
And are you here to speak? Yeah.
I am speaking. I'm speaking on one of the projects that we're trying to pursue in Miami about changing the way that we deliver primary care. That's the specialty that I'm in.
After disaster happens.
Exactly.
Okay.
To focus more on making sure those primary care services are available and have resilient energy capacity, resilient power, resilient structures, and are able to deliver care to vulnerable people after disasters to prevent the really longer term outcomes of disasters that have to do with essentially interruption in care to chronic illness.
Okay. Because you're facing these issues every year, I think. Hurricane season, you never know what's going to happen.
Right.
So you got to be super responsive when that happens.
Exactly. And heat's a great issue to think about in Miami because heat causes a lot of infrastructure issues. It causes a lot of injury, workplace hazard. It causes a lot of morbidity for people with long-term conditions on a variety of medications.
Yeah.
And heat is something that we have like for half the year at Hazard. So it's not just a heat wave here, a heat wave there. It's like every day for 6 months in Miami. So thinking about how to view that as a health hazard, so that it's the top of a physician's mind, but also to build our care structures around things that work in those settings that are going to get worse.
Yeah. And that's also aimed at the quality of life of a citizen, right? Who decided to live in Miami, for example. That, yes, it's your own risk that you live in a place that is hazardous,
Yeah.
but you need to have that safety network built around them.
Right, exactly. And I think, these things strike just like any other social determinant. The most vulnerable people are at the highest risk. And so improving all of those systems and our social cohesion around those issues, that's really important for our city's health on a day-to-day basis.
And does the international conference here also give you other solutions or inspiration that you can take home with?
That's exactly what I'm here to find out. So it's my first
Day one.
First session. Exactly. I'm already inspired, but it's interesting to get out of your zone a little bit. So, when you work solely sort of in the Caribbean and Latin America, you see all the same people talking about all the same things. And so to come all this way to such an international audience, I'm hoping for some serious inspiration here.
So this is your first time at the international conference or Urban Health?
Yeah. Never been here before. It's great.
Nice. Mine as well. And I've been talking to people from Colombia to Bangladesh, from Miami back to Barcelona. So it's been already quite an international morning. The main question as well, as part of this episode, is like, what is a good place to you? What can we do to, yeah, collectively make the place we live in a good place? And how would you define your own mission in that?
You know, I've drank the Kool-Aid, as we say in America, about Miami, and that is like my personal good place. And I think what makes it a good place is that one, it's natural beauty, and you know, I think that has to be preserved, and is a draw for so many people to live there and vacation there. I mean, it's wild to me that people come to my backyard, you know, save up all year to come hang out where I live every day.
Yeah, yeah.
And two is kind of that the social cohesion of the city. It's a very international place. People from all over the world live there. A huge spread in terms of socioeconomic demographics, but kind of there is the sense that everybody's in it together in Miami, and when you work in disasters, that's really really important, and that is sort of keeps you going through the hard times. So that's my definition of a great place, and why I live where I do.
So we then also need those hard times to get closer to each other.
I can live without the hard times. We can do it without the hard times. My job is that these guys put me out of business. You know, I want our city and everywhere to be climate resilient enough that I don't have to get up and go to work every day anymore. It's my retirement plan.
So your mission is until your retirement plan is there.
Exactly.
accomplished.
Exactly. You age into resilience jobs from disaster, so you know you need an exit strategy eventually. Get too old for this stuff.
Okay, makes me think already what that is for me. Thank you so much for your time,
My pleasure.
and have a great conference.
Yeah, you too.
And who knows, one time in Miami on a bench.
Absolutely.
Thanks guys for watching. Until the next one. Bye.